What's up, YouTube? Hope Uncle Barbecue back with you again. A couple things here tonight. New channel called the Sauce Stache Guy. If you've not heard of Sauce Stache, then you've probably not heard of the Sauce Stache Guy, and we're going to kind of discuss that real quick. So Sauce Stache has 16,000 subscribers, and on just about every Monday he does live stream. And me and him were talking, and I've done a little bit of research on it, and a lot of people feel like live streams detract from your next video because typically live streams don't perform as well in the longevity of them to get thousands of views. So what Mark decided to do was to create another channel called the Sauce Stache Guy, where he'll be doing his live streams. So that got me thinking about a couple things, and I'm hoping that Smoking and Grilling with AB and Jay Wade tonight on the Drizzle Effect, which there's a link for the Sauce Stache Guy's channel down in the description. There's a link for their live stream down there. I'd like to hear what their opinion is on that, and kind of make it a group conversation. I'd also like to have anybody that's on here at 9:30. They're going live. Like I said, the link's down there, so go ahead and talk about it, or go ahead and watch it. Sorry, I seen Booger hopped on there. Go through the chat real quick. We got Booger, Smoking Joe's Barbecue, Smoking Grill with AB, Daddy Dutch Barbecue and Cooking, Barlow Barbecue, who I've not seen in forever. What's up? Easy Bake Barbecue, Kirby's Fish and Grill and Cooking Recipes, Chicken Fried Barbecue, Culinary Cookhouse, Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane, Tom Heinerman, and I'm not Scroll, Robert Roy. Well, we got 17 people. I've already got more people on this live stream than Mark had. And I think part of that is you got kind of two factions of YouTube. You've got the community faction, the people who are ride or die with you, for lack of better words, and then you got the people who are typing in how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I think both of them are kind of valuable. If you look at what YouTube, the requirements for being monetized, you got to have 1,000 subscribers, you got to have 4,000 hours of watch time. Why is that? I don't really know their exact thinking behind it, but I personally have thought YouTube's trying to go to a Netflix type system, and if you can draw people to show up at Tuesday at this time, that's going to be, if I'm right on that, that's going to be what they're going after. So the Drizzle Effect, I really like the show. I struggle sometimes being able to catch it live, but them two guys are hilarious. Sometimes they'll go through and kind of talk about different things. If you're a creator, they're very valuable. Same thing with Mark from Sauce Stache. About everybody in this group is very open to helping people out. I get people ask me all the time my opinions on things, which I think is a terrible idea by any measure, but it is what it is. So a couple things I wanted to personally talk about is, number one, I'm kind of not looking for ideas. I'm wanting to know, the people who watch me, what you want. Because I'll be honest with you, taking those 2 months off for work, it has gotten really easy to not make a video. The longer it goes on that I don't make a video, it's easier to make excuses. But at the same time, I personally never made this channel I'm not here to teach you how to make macaroni and cheese. I just kind of put stuff out there and have fun with it. And honestly, there became a point where making videos wasn't fun and it became a job. Or it felt like a part-time job, really. And when I was at Keith Bettag's, that conversation came up between me and somebody, and they said, "Hey, speaking of Keith Bettag, he just hopped on." Anyways, the conversation came up, do you need a part-time job? And the answer is no. And I hear about people who enjoy making barbecue, and then they decide to open up a barbecue restaurant, and a year or two down the road, they fucking hate barbecue. Smoking bears, ha ha ha, 34 minutes of spitting pork butt. That's going to be the hottest video at Christmas. Instead of people playing a fireplace, that's what they're going to play. All right, I don't have much more to talk about. If you guys got anything in the chat you want to talk about, ask me. Here's your 10 minutes of hobo ask him anything, and I'll answer is whatever the hell comes out of my mouth. And if I don't get anything, I'll just hit the stop broadcast button. What's up, chilling and grilling with Rob D. Him and his boy Lep have been going back and forth every week, and it's interesting to watch. Booger, Chris, what made you start YouTube? Honestly, I was just watching videos and I thought, fuck, I can do that. I'm not sure where I landed on that. Hey, Keith, did you use that bourbon in your last video or the video before where you added bourbon? I can't remember what it was now. I really should have brought Scott on for this. Scott's very good at filling time. I'm not. If we go 24 minutes, I can just hand people off to the drizzle effect. How long have you been cooking? It's funny you say that because when I left where I grew up, I moved to Southern Illinois, and I ate out probably every meal for 5 years. And then I got married, had kids, and then just started cooking. That was probably in 2006, 7, 8, somewhere in there. And then kind of got into barbecue about 2008. Did that for a couple times. I had a really shitty smoker, one of those vertical ones, and air leaks. It's hard as hell to manage temperature. I think it was a Brinkman. It's still out behind the shed right now. And then I moved to Ohio and did the same thing. Basically got divorced, moved here, and then spent a couple years eating out every meal. And met Mrs. Hobo. She moved in. I think I had bought that might be when I bought the Big Green Egg Mini Max, and then just kind of been slowly building more and more smokers up. Basically just because I enjoy trying to figure out how they work. It has nothing to do with people sending me stuff. I don't have people sending me stuff. I go out and I buy it, and I'm curious as to, I just bought a pellet smoker not too long ago because I wanted to see, everybody says the smoke flavor is not the same. And I wanted to know if it was true or not. All the small little Weber grills I have, see if you can cook a pork butt in there. See what you got to do to manage the fire. Chilling and grilling with Rob D. When's the next Hobo Fest? Sometime next year. Chicken fried barbecue. Do you have any regrets with your channel? Yes. In the beginning, I kind of took the advice of what everybody says to do, and I was not myself. I tried to, I'm not going to say I tried to not say bad words and stuff because that just naturally comes out of my mouth, but Mrs. Hobo's daughter one day was watching a video that I had made, and she looked at me and she goes, "Chris, why do you talk like that?" And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You're so serious." I remember Mike from Everyday Barbecue telling me one time, at the beginning of every one of your videos, you look like you want to kill somebody. That was probably true, only because you sit there and you set up your camera and you're getting everything, and it's fucking stressful to some extent. And then you hit the button and you're trying to go from that to, "Hi, look at me, I'm happy," and you're really not. How many times have you? None. I want more hobo videos. Barlow, I'm working on it. It's wintertime. I tend to film more videos in the wintertime than the snow for whatever reason. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I think I just enjoy it. You and me both with the fuck words. Yeah, Paul, it's true. Where in Illinois are you from? Are you close to Galesburg? So I grew up in Northwest Indiana, just outside of Chicago. Then on my 21st birthday, I moved to Robinson, Illinois, which is basically an hour from Terre Haute, Indiana. It's a town of 6,000 people. The most notable is some writer I can't remember from the early 1900s. And the big tall white guy that plays for the Portland Trailblazers. I can't think of his name. Hobo, how do you act natural on camera? I don't. I have been lately, just because I don't fucking care. And that's made it kind of nice. 6,000, damn. Yeah, it's a small town. If you like watching corn grow, great place to live. If you got 1 year left to live, great place to go because every day feels like a fucking eternity. Barlow, you and Martha always look like you guys are having a blast. So either you're acting well or I don't know when. When's the next Hobo Fest? I swear to God, I just answered that. Am I in Groundhog's Day? Sometime next year. I haven't figured out when. This one was kind of thrown together like 2 weeks' notice. Everybody be invited next year. I'll give out a better timeline and people can make plans. We'll make it kind of like the Keith Bettag thing, but in Ohio. Do it with Jay Wade. What up, man? I'm trying to stir you up a crowd. I got you 22 people. If I can maintain them for 19 minutes. Barlow, just drink more. Makes it a whole lot easier. There's a lot of new channels in here. Anybody watching now or everybody I see in the chat, I know if you're not typing, I don't know if all 19 people are typing, but go check out everybody in there. They're all doing good stuff. Anymore, honestly, I try to watch the smaller channels. I don't know if I picked that up from T-Roy or, I'll just type in barbecue in the search and search by not by relevancy, but by newest. And that's how I've come across a lot of channels that have 5-10 subscribers. And you can do that probably with about anything. Sit here and see if I can open up another window and find some of the smaller channels that I've been just starting to watch. It's a shame you can't sort this by subscribers, because I'm pretty sure that me saying binging with Babish probably isn't going to get us very far. There's a lot of channels I've been finding lately that have just fallen off the map. I don't know what happened to them. Chicken Fried Barbecue is another newer channel. Oh, fucking AB. I can't keep people on until 6:30 Wednesday. Keith, you're right. It ain't all about barbecue, but so here's the thing, is the driveway is kind of my peaceful spot. I go there, nobody fucks with me. I don't have to deal with people. And it's kind of my me time. That's kind of how I like it. Kind of nice. I just sit there in the garage. Every once in a while, Johnny Redneck will wander across the street and we'll hang out and bullshit for a little bit. But after that, I feed him and he leaves. All right. Since I don't have to fill time till AB and Jay Wade get on, I'm going to call this a night. See you guys later. Bye.